Hello everyone and welcome back to another video and the second part of this little speed build series, if that's what you'd like to call it. It's just the upstairs of a house that I did last week. So now we're doing the upstairs, and last week I did the downstairs. Well, most of it, because I kind of forgot to do the little conservatory area that you can see on the left of you at the moment. So yeah, I had to kind of do that today, and I don't know how I forgot about it, but I just completely did. So, oops, oh well, that's my fault. But what I kind of thought for this house, obviously it's a very family home. Big on family, they are very, very close. And that's kind of what this house is centered around, because in the last video, if you did watch that, if you didn't, I will link it down in the description, or there will be a little overhead I button that you can go and click for the last video of this. The downstairs has a family room, like a living room, and it's very, very full of kids' toys and things. So I did want this house to be very family friendly, very cluttered, like a normal family house is, as you can see just at the moment. As I go up and down, you can see the little living room there. So that is how I wanted this house to look. And so I pictured this being a little girl's room, probably about 8, maybe, I don't know. And then there are the mum and the dad in the rooms off to the left on the upstairs, and then the room behind this one right now, looking onto the back of the house, is like an older teenager, boy, girl, I don't know, but they are maybe going off to university or college or something, so they're not really here all that often anymore. So that is kind of what I pictured this house to be. And it's a really nice house. I really enjoyed building it. It was a very, very fun one. I enjoyed furnishing it an awful lot. By the end of it, I was kind of over it a little bit. But, I mean, that's kind of the same with a lot of builds. And sorry that it keeps stopping and starting and stopping and starting. I was trying to find some good music to listen to on YouTube Music, and it was taking a little while, so sorry about that. But we have finished the little girl's bedroom now, and I'm going on to the master bedroom, which is kind of a complete copy from another build that I did that you haven't seen yet. You'll see it on Thursday. It's kind of a little bit of a copy of townhouse build bedroom, but I just really, really loved the style, and I just kind of really wanted to do it again, because I was kind of in the mood to do it again, so I was like, I don't care, let's just do it. Even though I think I am going to move them to be on the same street, it's not going to matter at all, but hey ho. But what I kind of wanted to talk about in today's video was a little bit more about me, because I know I have the podcast to do that, but a lot of you maybe don't watch the podcast, but a lot of people have been, so thank you all if you have been watching the podcast. I really am appreciating it, and I love that you're enjoying it. But I did just want to talk a little bit about me and a little bit more about jobs today. I don't know why I kind of want to pick jobs, but that's something that I really want to talk about, or like I fancy talking about today. So I feel like I've spoken about this before at some point, but I always wanted to be a primary school teacher when I was younger. And that was just what I wanted to be for the longest time, primary school teacher. And I think that was because I was in primary school. But since coming to secondary school, academy, high school, whatever you call it in your respective place, I've kind of changed my mind on that, because my mind was opened up to a world of other possibilities. And so I kind of, when I started, I wanted to do primary school teaching, but then I was like, maybe English teaching could be fun, or drama teaching, because I really love those two subjects. So I thought, maybe that'll be fun. And more recently, I've kind of developed a love for media or politics. Now, hear me out here. By media, I mean like the news, broadcast, journalism of some sort, because I feel like that would be really fun. And that is something that I think I'd really enjoy, because I am the one in the friend group that stays up with all the current information, that does all this kind of thing. I update all of our friends about things that are going on and whatever, so that is kind of something that I've always done. And that is something that I am really interested in doing. So maybe I would like to be a journalist of some kind, maybe on the news, TV. You never know. But that is something that I was always interested in, like going on the TV and doing something on TV. And the other thing, like I said, was politics. And I didn't take modern studies, I never have done. But I've always had an interest in politics, and I think it was ever since the independence referendum in Scotland in 2014. That's kind of where my political mindset kind of started, and my love for politics. Because after that point, I got more interested in current events and obviously journalism, broadcasts, all of that current events. So that was something that I kind of got into at that point as well. So they kind of coincide with one another. But yeah, politics is something that I'm interested in, because it's something very different that I don't think a lot of kids think about really when they think of jobs. So, I don't know. That is something I'm interested in, because I have kept up to date with all of the current information and whatever, and I am just really interested in that sort of thing. And especially being in lockdown and seeing how different politicians have reacted to it in a way, if you get what I mean. As well as looking over in America and seeing how their politics is a complete shambles. But I'm not going to go into that. But that's something that I'm quite interested in doing, because it's something that, like I said, not a lot of people my age, I think, are interested in, and so I feel like that would be a really fun thing to do, become a politician, I don't know. But that's just something that I thought. So, a lot has changed since primary school, when I was like, primary school teacher. I wanted to do that for a solid 6-7 years, and that still plays in my mind. But now that I have matured and grown up a little bit more, I'm thinking primary school teaching, I think that would be difficult. Because I like to speak, I like to have conversations with people, and you can't really have a proper conversation with a 5-year-old or an 8-year-old, because they are immersed in their own world, and they don't really have any thoughts usually about like bigger things like coronavirus. They're not the age, I think, to like properly understand everything and all the politics or just all the rules behind it. But with older kids, like 14, 15, 16, 17, sometimes 18, like 12, the range from like 11 or 12 to about 18, they can hold conversations like a normal human being. So that is something that I'm now more interested in, being a English teacher or a media teacher or a drama teacher. Those are the kind of 3 things that I'm really wanting to do now that I'm thinking about it. But like I said, I've got journalism of some sort as well as politics going on in my head. So I'm kind of a bit confused at the moment for the first time in my life. Don't really know where I'm gonna go with things, and I don't really know why, but I just don't really like to speak to adults that ask. You know, all those adults that are just like, oh, what do you want to be when you're older? I don't know why, but I just really don't like talking about that. I get kind of awkward when I'm speaking about that. I don't really know why. It's just something that kind of happens, but I don't know, I just don't really like talking about that, because, like, mind your own business, in a way. But that is something that I am now thinking about more. So, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of thinking to do. But as long as I do okay in school and I have my options, then we're okay. Because maybe if I can grow this enough, then I can earn like a small income from it. It will most likely never be that huge. But as long as I keep going with this, then at some point, maybe, you never know, I might start making some income from it. And that's why I really need you guys to like the videos and subscribe and share them with your friends. I say this all the time at the end of my videos, but that helps me out so much, because I love doing this, and if I could do this for a living, then I so would, because it's just something that's so fun and it interests me and I enjoy it a lot. So that's why I always say it, and that's why I always push you guys to do it. So please, if you haven't, please do, because I'd really, really like it if you did. It would help me out an awful lot, because if I can make a small income from this, then it will help set me up for life, you know, because I'll have some income or some money sitting there ready to be used or ready for when I need it. So that is something that is good. And obviously I'm not doing this for the money. Like, I wouldn't be still going 2 years, almost 2 years later, sitting here with 50 subscribers if I was wanting the money. I do this because I enjoy it, and the money is a bonus. So that is something that is also going about. Like, I wanted to be a YouTuber for a while, when I was younger as well, at the same time as the whole primary school teaching thing. Like, I wanted to do both. No, that was never gonna happen. Primary school teaching and doing YouTube full time, or like YouTube as well, probably never gonna work out. But yeah, that is something that is really interesting and fun, and I do just kind of want to document my journey a little bit. Thank you all very much for watching this video. If you did like it, please leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more of my content, not only on the Super but also videos too. Please go down into the description and follow my Twitter and my Instagram, as well as join my Discord server where you can chat to me directly with some of the series. Go check out all my other videos, I really appreciate it, and I have a podcast as well every Saturday for the next 10 or so weeks. So yeah, go and follow that, give them a watch or a listen, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.